starting to list off is Arby's. Whenever I see other YouTubers do fast food lists, they always are ranking Arby's in like F or D. But in all honesty, I think Arby's is kind of a C, man. I don't think it's that bad. And I'll tell you why, right? Sometimes you get it and it's not great and it takes like 30 minutes because maybe the guy who's working there is high or on acid. If you know what to order, the food at Arby's, I think, is pretty good. Like they have boneless wings that are pretty decent. Their fries, both curly and crinkle, are pretty decent as well. Roast beef is kind of bad. So C tier for me. Jimmy John's is pretty crazy good. I'm gonna put it at a B, but I could be convinced moving up to an A. Quality, decent subs that aren't packed the gills like Jersey Mike's. It's probably my personal favorite sub place out of any of the fast food sub places on this list. White Castle is what non-Midwesterners think the Midwestern burger spot is, and it's not. Culver's is the Midwestern burger spot. White Castle's kind of trash and we all know it. There is one redeeming quality about White Castle, and it's not the sliders. The sliders are pretty mid to gross. Sometimes they taste like diesel and sometimes they taste like hamburger. The chicken rings, let me tell you, they're fucking flames. The chicken rings are so good. There's something about the shape of them. Those crinkle cut fries that White Castle has that like a lot of other fast food places have as well. They're like just the frozen, bagged, crinkle cut, like trash fries. They're so good. And that C tier for the fries. For the chicken rings. Papa John's is pretty good as far as fast food pizzas go. Papa John's, I think, is in the upper echelon. You could also argue that you shouldn't be going to fast food pizza places at all and just be going to local spots because local spots are usually pretty good. But one thing I have noticed is that I have tastes for both of these styles of pizzas differently. Sometimes I'll have a taste for actual good quality pizza with good quality ingredients, and sometimes I want like the shit, greasy, disgusting fast food pizza, and Papa John's is that and more. Panda Express, this might be an egregious ranking to some because I know Panda Express is a very polarizing restaurant. It's an A tier for me. Many a times have I sat in the Panda Express drive-thru for 30 minutes just to get some of that honey almond chicken. Oh my God, it hits every time. It's worth the wait, arguably. Occasionally, once in a while. Popeyes is another A tier for me. Popeyes would be an S if it wasn't hell to get it. Every Popeyes I've ever been to, like, even if you place orders ahead of time, you're still waiting in the restaurant for like 30 minutes, and it's good. Don't get me wrong, it tastes great. It's one of my favorite tasting fast food places ever. The chicken tendies are good. The chicken on the bone tastes great. The fries, the red beans and rice, the biscuits, the sauces they have. You have to go through like an entire Dark Souls boss segment to get the fucking food, to obtain the items, to get the bag. So A tier for me personally. I think everyone who likes Little C's knows that it tastes pretty bad. It's like the lowest quality of pizza you could ever eat in your entire life, ever in a million years, besides like a Jack's pizza from the frozen food aisle. It's a B tier because it's just the cheapest food you will ever eat, ever. It's so cheap and it tastes like good enough. A Little Caesars pizza is like $5 for, if you're living like alone, it's multiple meals. It's like 2 dinners, even 3 dinners if you can stretch it. It still tastes pretty good. It's like the shitty fast food pizza we all love to suckle on. So B tier. If I could honestly put Burger King in B, it's only because they have the $1.50 chicken nuggets. $1.50 10-piece chicken nugget. That's like $5 to $6 at McDonald's, $5 to $6 at Wendy's, $1.50 at BK.
10 nuggets for just $1.49 only at Burger King.
And I don't know what they're putting in there. I don't know if it's even chicken, but it's so economically savvy. It's so affordable. Nothing you eat at Burger King is gonna wow you, but you're not going to Burger King to get wowed. You're going to Burger King because you want something cheap and sad and depressing. Everything is a little bit grayer, a little bit sadder, a little bit more depressing at the BK. I think they've earned their right in B tier. Wendy's, B tier for sure. Their chicken nuggets, I think, are the objectively tastiest fast food chicken nugget besides like Popeyes, but that's kind of putting like Mike Tyson in, and this is the high school champion of the wrestling team, and this is Mike Tyson, right? So it's not really that comparable. The 4 for $4 is a goated fast food deal, and we might as well just finish off the holy trinity. We worship 3 gods: Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's, which is an easy A tier. You know what? McDonald's is S. McDonald's is S tier. I'm saying it. I'm preaching it from the mountaintops. I'm on the soapbox, and I'm gonna tell you why, okay? I've had busy days before where I have class for 2 hours and I have to go into work for a shift. And in between those times, I can just get 2 McChickens for $3. And it's entire meal that's like breakfast and lunch, and it's so filling and it's good and there's protein in there. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but it still tastes good and it's not horrid for you. I don't know what McDonald's is putting in his food. It doesn't taste good, and you know it doesn't taste good when you eat it, but for some reason you just want to keep eating it and keep going back and going back and going back and getting their dollar ice cream and getting their tasty chicken sandwiches and getting their plastic burgers. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, McDonald's is fire. S tier, cheap, affordable, tasty food that will probably kill me by the time I'm 45. Taco Bell is the best fast food breakfast in my opinion, bar none, not even close. Ever. The breakfast burritos are really good. The hash browns are always crispy and good and like warm and nice. The piece de resistance of Taco Bell breakfast period is the breakfast Crunchwrap. The sausage breakfast Crunchwrap from Taco Bell is, in my humble opinion, and I'm not afraid to say it, the best fast food item ever. Of any of these places, all of these places here, is the best fast food item you will ever eat. Sure, it's 750 calories. Sure, it's got your entire daily amount of fat. So what the breakfast Crunchwrap is it's pretty much a breakfast burrito in like the Crunchwrap shape. And it's got eggs, nacho cheese, breakfast sausage, a spicy jalapeno ranch, and for the crunch, an entire hash brown stuffed inside. Oh, doesn't that just make you want to go cheat on your diet right now? S tier. Five Guys, burgers, and fries. It's good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I have nostalgia too because I worked at a Five Guys in high school for like 2 years, but it just tastes so good. Their burgers, in my opinion, are probably the best fast food burgers I've ever had, bar none. My one gripe with Five Guys though, and it's the same gripe that everyone has with it on every fast food ranking, is that the price is outrageous. It's so expensive. So A tier for me personally. KFC is our first F tier. KFC is gross. The last time I got chicken tenders from KFC, I bit into one of them and there was just like this dark red circle in the middle. It wasn't like raw chicken. It wasn't like pink. It was like a fucking like blood cell popped in there. It's just gross, man. Don't go to KFC. Just go to Popeyes. Buffalo Wild Wings. I know it's overpriced and kind of ridiculous, but when you go and buy one, get one on Thursdays and you're just there with your friends and you're like watching sports, like you can have a good time at Buffalo Wild Wings just fucking hanging around. And their cheese curds, by the way, their cheese curds are fucking good. It's the best fast food cheese curd period. And I say that as a Midwesterner who's grown up with Culver's. You know what? I'm moving up to B tier. Chick-fil-A. I used to be a huge Chick-fil-A hater in my time. It's overrated and it's homophobic and it sucks, but that chicken is really good. Their fries are really good. Chick-fil-A sauce, oh, it's so good. The only reason I'm not putting it higher is because they're homophobic. I would put it in A tier if they weren't a horrible organization. Krispy Kreme, I'm gonna put it in B tier because their donuts, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're making the extra climb. It's an A tier because their donuts are so good. They only do donuts, but they do donuts like an S tier place would do donuts. They spec and specialize into donuts and only donuts, but it's the best fucking donuts you'll ever have. Dunkin Donuts, that's an S tier. And I know you're saying, how are you gonna rank Krispy Kreme below Dunkin Donuts? Donuts taste better. No one's going to Dunkin Donuts for donuts. They're not. They're going for cartoonishly large iced coffees. That's what brings Dunkin Donuts to S for me. And I know a lot of West Coasters will be like, oh, Dunkin Donuts, oh, it doesn't taste good, it tastes like crap. Goddamn right it does. Straight up, you're drinking like processed liquid sugar. And I don't care. I think it's great. I go to Dunkin Donuts at least 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes on a cheat day, I'll get a comically large blueberry or caramel iced coffee and slurp that whole mother down like it's a Fortnite item. It's just so good. Culver's, we can't forget. The Church of the Midwest, where we all respawn as Midwesterners. Great cheese curds, great fries. Their chicken tenders are really good. The custard is so good. You know, Culver's is an S tier. Who am I kidding? Culver's is an S tier. Every Midwesterner would agree. S tier Culver's, cheese curds, fries, chicken, burgers, custard. It's all top notch. And that'll do it for my fast food tier list. Flip it, ship it, send it to China.